Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about viruses. Basically, what a virus does is it basically hijacks its host's cells and its DNA, and it takes its RNA to replicate itself, and it uses all of the stuff inside of the cells of the host in order to make its own genetic material and cells and proteins and things like that. Okay, so a virus is an infectious agent consisting of a DNA or RNA molecule that is contained within a protein coating. All right, it is incapable of replicating itself, so it invades a host organism and it replicates itself. Okay, many prevalent diseases like the common cold, the flu, herpes are viral in origin, HIV as well. I think they talk about it at the end of these videos. And basically what a vaccine is it's an inactive form of the virus that causes a person's immune system to produce antibodies to the virus to ward off infection. So basically if you get a flu shot, the flu shot supposedly, not supposedly, is a weakened or a dead version of the flu. It still has all the proteins and all the other stuff attached to it. It's just not alive anymore. So when you inject it in the body, your body builds immunity or immune cells against that virus. So if you ever are infected by that exact virus again, you have immune cells to actually fight against it. There's occasionally years where you hear about that even if you get, especially this past year, even if you get flu shots, you still might get the flu. Well, that's because either the flu has mutated very quickly and it's no longer the same as the antibodies that you produced, or they just had it wrong that year and they assumed it was going to be a certain form of the flu, but it was a different form of it. Okay. So basically, a virus with an RNA core is called a retrovirus. Okay, so here they kind of show an example. I decided to use purple. On the very last video, I decided to use purple. All right, so here you have your RNA, your viral RNA. You also have the enzyme, which is reverse transcriptase, which helps in building it. All right, here's the retrovirus. All right, it hooks onto the host cell. It injects all of its information, all right, and then it goes into our DNA. It entwines itself into our DNA and through a whole bunch of other stuff. It replicates, which we've already talked about, like transcription and all that other stuff. And then all the proteins get released and it kills the cell, but then it reforms and you form a new virus cell. And that virus cell, then it goes off and it does exactly the same thing over and over and over again until while it's killing all of our cells, it's replicating itself. Okay, so here's kind of a step-by-step of what just happened. So the virus invades a host cell and then synthesizes viral DNA by reverse transcriptase. I'm sorry, by reverse transcription. The viral DNA can then transcribe RNA, which then directs protein synthesis, and the new retroviral particles then infect other cells. All right, HIV is an example of this, where it hijacks its cells, it replicates itself, and in particular, no, I don't know what I was going to say there. But here is the picture again, just to kind of show you again. The cell injects its RNA, and then it gets replicated to viral DNA, which then interacts with our DNA, which then codes for all the proteins, and then it pops out and it continues on. All right, so that is it for this chapter, and next time I see you will probably be for the final exam.